Omar Isuf here, and in today's video, we're talking about optimal leverages for lifting weight, right? What works best? Limb length, torso length, does height matter? I want to break it down. I want to talk about the three major powerlifting movements, right? The bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. A lot of times people will come up with excuses. Oh shit, I got long arms. I can't bench heavy. It's all over for me. They're excuses. And here's what I mean. First, let's go over the movements. When we talk about the bench press, it's always about range of motion it ultimately comes down to, right? Think about it. If you got to bench this much, or you have to bench press this much, what's easier? Shorter range of motion, a shorter distance to travel, it's always easier. So, on the bench press, having shorter arms, or a shorter limb length is superior. Why? Shorter range of motion, less of a range of motion. You have to go maybe a couple inches less. And what you'll see is that powerlifters, people that want to lift heavy weight, they'll take advantage of this, or they'll try and shorten that range as much as they can. Getting a bigger arch, getting a gut even seriously, will shorten that range of motion. And that's why, for the bench press, shorter arms matter. But if you're like myself, you have average to maybe a little longer than average, it's about finding out what works best for you. I don't have a fantastic bench, it's like 335 at 180 pounds, but I will say that going slightly wider has certainly helped out my bench press. Keeping the elbow still tucked, but it activates more for me, my chest, which is superior to my triceps. So there are workarounds. Going on to the squat now. Traditionally, if you take a look at Olympic lifters, you'll notice two things. The champions in the lower weight classes, usually, maybe from the Eastern Bloc, but take a look at their thighs. Yeah, look at their thighs. They're freaking big, first of all, but femur length, right? Thigh length. They have shorter thighs. Shorter range of motion. We're coming always back down to shorter range of motion. And so for the squat, having a shorter torso and having also for the high bar and also having that shorter femur length is easier to go down in parallel. There's a smaller or shorter range of motion. Once again, I've said short about 50 times today. I don't give a fuck in this video. Let's keep going on. If you look at a taller lifter on the other hand, they might have to do double the total length to get down to parallel. And that's why it might feel cumbersome when a taller lifter, so like anyone over 6'2", I would say, when they first start back squatting, because their torso is also longer, and so when they're trying to come straight down, their hips are shooting forward, their back can't keep straight, it feels very awkward, their knees are going past their toes, well past their toes, which is fine, but they can't get the mechanics down right. A lot of taller lifters initially will find a front squat easier than a back squat because of that anterior load. So, well, yes, having shorter thighs is better in terms of leverage and, optimal leverages and range of motion. Don't use that as an excuse. There are workarounds. Same idea with the deadlift, right? The deadlift. I love the deadlift. And when people say, what's the best body type to deadlift? They'll say, okay, having a shorter torso and having longer limbs. What's it come back down to again? Shortened range of motion. Having a longer arm means you have less distance to travel the bar from the ground to the lockout at the top. Same idea with the torso, right? Because that makes your limbs are lower down like so. Big whoop-de-fucking-do. You can take a look at guys like Eric Cressy. He has a fantastic 650-pound deadlift. He has longer limbs. But you can also list a lot of people that are taller that are deadlifting some serious weight. So, well, yes, technically, those individuals have a shortened range of motion. There are no excuses. Tall guys will say a lot of times, hey, man, I can't, deadlifting's harder for me. Look how much more I gotta bring it up. Man, motherfucker, let's Chris Hickson right now, and George Lehman. Both of them are well over 6'2", and they're lifting over 800, 900 pounds on the deadlift. What it comes down to ultimately more so, if we want to talk about height, is not really so much about height as it is relative length. So what's your limb length relative to your torso? You could be a short guy, but with long limbs for your body, which will make deadlifting easier. So it depends on your wingspan, it depends also on your torso length. But, as I'm trying to make the point, the sum of the point in this video, don't get caught up in this shit, because people will quit way too early. I can't bench press a lot, because my limbs are long, man, I can't feel my legs. They're just excuses. With proper focus and attention and dedication to all the major movements, because they are a skill, it requires repetition. You'll get better with time and you'll find the technique that works best for you. High bar or low bar, sumo or conventional, right? Choosing a wider grip or choosing a closer grip on the bench press. Where should you bring it down here to? That will be informed with time as you discover what works best for you. I can't stress that enough. The individual is always important. So, we talked about optimal leverages, what traditionally is found to be the most superior on these lifts, and also the need for the individual to find then what works best for themselves and not accept any excuses. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video, show your support. I appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, hey, you want to increase that deadlift, you want to increase that squat, you want to bench more than $125, bam, hit that button. Rest of you guys, I'll be seeing all of you in the next video.